Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is Crypto Somniac here to bring you everything crypto related, where the rich never sleep. What I want to talk about today is I want to introduce a new, series you could call it, that I'm going to be starting today. I am going to start recapping the market for the past week on Sundays and release that to you guys for some of the long-term traders and investors that don't really have the time to get on here every single day and keep up with the market. So I'm going to cover things such as news articles that came out of the week, the market cap in its current state. I'm going to go over some of the top gainers and losers and just keep you guys informed on what's going on in the market and what you might expect over the next couple weeks, so you can kind of stay tuned week to week. Now, I will cover things that are relevant, so if you're a short-term trader, that is fine too. So thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, this is the perfect place to learn everything you need to know about cryptocurrency. I go over everything that you pretty much need to know. So for starters, let's go over the top performers of the week. To begin, we have BitShares at number 5, so I'm going in ascending order. BitShares currently is trading at just a hair under 20 cents, and that is up 85% over the past week. At number 4, we have Waves coming in at 383. It is up 89% on the week. Stratus trading at 637, up just over 100% on the week, so basically double what it was. Veritasium at 235, up 121%. And at number 1, we have Status. For those of you who invested in the Status ICO, this might be good news for you. We are at a 250% gain almost. And the top 5 worst performers, we have Bitcoin, and I apologize, I did not change that to top 5 worst performers or worst 5 performers. We'll fix that next week. But we have Bitcoin in at number 5. That is trading at 0.0016. That's US dollars, and I look like I left the dollar amount. It is actually up 28%. There's a great week for coins in general. So the top 5 worst performers are actually all positive on the week. And just so you guys are aware, this is a top 30 market review. So anything inside the top 30. So there are surely gains that had, or coins that had 1,000% gains, but I'm not going to cover them. Some of these coins don't really matter much to us. I'm sticking inside of the top 30 when I do this review. So we have Augur at $21.92, up 22.4% on the week. We have Ripple just a hair under 20 cents. And it is up 17.26% on the week. I did not expect this month out of Ripple. I thought Ripple would do a bit better. Litecoin. Now, Litecoin is taking a hit this week because it's down. Well, it's up 16%, but it is the second worst performer in the top 30 due to, I believe, the Bitcoin split, and that leaves some questions for Litecoin in the future. Litecoin's biggest advantage over Bitcoin was that it had SegWit. Now, there are some other things planned for Litecoin, but I think it leaves a lot of questions. We have Ethereum Classic at number 1, the worst performer on the week, trading at 1654, up just 10.43%. I think a lot of that has to do with the previous week. It was actually up a lot. It was near the $20 range. It was one of the few biggest gainers. So I think it is being corrected a bit here this week. So that'll do it for the top 5 and the worst 5 performers of the week. What I'd like to cover, let's talk about the market cap as a whole. So we have been in one of the most positive gains, I think, in the past weeks in crypto. Basically, there's been in recent memory. This is one of the biggest weeks, the biggest one we've had probably since the May shoot up and the June shoot up. We were at about 60. The lowest we got to, it looks like, if I can nail it here, is about let me try and land on it. It looks like 60, just a share. I keep saying a share, just a hair under 62 billion. $61.92 billion, and we are trading currently at $98 billion. That is almost a $40 billion increase. That is something like 40% gain, which is tremendous, and it has a lot to do with SegWit, which we'll talk about in a moment. But this is great, and I think the market cap this next couple weeks will continue to rise due to SegWit being activated. A lot of fear and uncertainty being taken out of basically these next couple of weeks. We have a plan in place to activate SegWit, and I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. I think we are going to see the all-time highs in this market cap hit. We might hit in this next week. I think we will hit this $115 billion market. Now, we could see a little bit of noise here, and I think we'll bounce around a little bit. Some people taking profits, SegWit being locked in, people being informed. It'll take some time to go through. It could be a couple days. It might not be till the end of the week, maybe even early next week. But I think we are bound to hit that 115 mark, and I'll be excited to see if we can push through it. I think we will. I think it is just a matter of time. Again, I am a long-term investor. I'm here for the long run, not going anywhere. I think crypto has a lot of room to grow. We are just in the beginning stages, in my opinion. Cryptocurrency adoption is currently at 0.1%, and we have been doubling every year. So next year it'll be at 0.2, 0.4, 0.8, 1.6, and you can see how doubling that, we increase in 10 years, we'll be at something like 30 to 40%. Hopefully cryptocurrency will be ubiquitous, much like Facebook. And hopefully that just gives you an idea of where we stand in this very small world at the moment. If you want to learn more about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology and Bitcoin and you're new to it, I'd suggest you take a look at my course over on Udemy. Right now you can get it for just $10. We have 26 students enrolled already. I'm releasing it early to anybody who wants access to it for just $10. Get it while you can. You will learn everything you need to know about cryptocurrency. You'll learn how to invest. You'll learn how to read charts. You'll learn how to research ICOs. You'll gain access to the Telegram chat, which you can only get by signing up for the course. What that Telegram chat is basically a signals group for me to be able to tell people what is going on in the market. And it takes time for me to render these videos. And when I want to shout out to you guys and I'm on the go, I'm on vacation or I'm traveling or I'm not around to give you updates, I can do it there. It is not a pump and dump group. I want to stress that. I'm not going to shill coins that aren't, in the top 30 or 40. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to help you guys make money. I'm not going to tell you anything that I wouldn't do personally. So take a look at the course. Let's talk about the big news this week. We have, let's go. I just closed it. I had a chart up here I want to pull up. Let me just grab that. We had the SegWit activation charts on CoinDesk. I want to pull up a neat chart here that gives you a visual guide to basically the scaling issue that we solved basically a couple nights ago. So here's the chart. I showed this a couple days ago. Just going to give you guys a recap. We had BIP91 basically reach 80% miner support. And what that meant is basically SegWit is locked in. And what SegWit is, it's a solution or a proposal to solve the Bitcoin scaling issue. In the last few weeks and the last few months, even the past year, Bitcoin has slowed down a lot. Transactions take time to confirm on the blockchain. And what that does is it really prevents Bitcoin from functioning as a currency. You can't go to the store, you can't buy soda, you can't buy a drink, you can't buy a t-shirt from a store and expect to wait 8 hours for your transaction to be confirmed. That's just not reasonable. So Bitcoin more or less has served as a storage of value, very similar to gold, silver, precious metals. It hasn't been really able to be used as a currency, which I think is sort of its main, its core use. At least that's what it was sort of designed to do initially. And we've seen all these other coins come up in the future since Bitcoin because they were able to do what Bitcoin wasn't basically and function as a currency. So this will take the transaction amount from 300,000 transactions being confirmed a day all the way up to 2.4 mil. Now, we still have room to improve, and we have some other things going on in the future, but that is a big sigh of relief for a lot of major investors, banks. What that will do is we'll see a lot of the people that are on the fence, or not even on the fence, but people that see the value in Bitcoin and just didn't want to get in prior to a big event happening like this. We had a potential hard fork, which leaves a lot of questions in the air. You have two coins. Which one's going to be worth value? Which one's not going to be worth value? And you're not going to want to see a bank dump 100 mil, 200 mil into the cryptocurrency when they don't know. We don't know. I don't know. Nobody knew. So now that we have SegWit locked in and the news starts to get out there, we're going to see a return of the bull market. What I want to share is here the XBT.eu website. It was a site that I showed you guys earlier, and it basically shows you the countdown till SegWit was activated and the amount of miners that were supporting SegWit and signaling for it. And what we have here is just 7 blocks left until miners begin rejecting non-SegWit blocks. Now, a block takes about 10 minutes to confirm on the chain. So 7 times 10 is about 70 minutes. So we are about 70 minutes away. I'm recording this video at midnight Eastern time. I do apologize. I'm getting this out to you guys a few hours late. I wasn't able to record a video today, so I apologize for that. But at the time of but if you're watching this video now, SegWit is basically locked in, and we are golden. We are activated on the network, and hopefully everything runs smooth. So there's that news on the whole. As I said, so there we have it on SegWit. I think this is great for the long run in Bitcoin, great for cryptocurrency in general. A lot of coins are still tied to the value of Bitcoin. A lot of things go the way Bitcoin does, because a lot of the coins you have to buy Bitcoin to be able to buy them and purchase them. So great news in the cryptocurrency market as a whole. If you're a long-term investor, even if you're a short-term investor, now is a great time to buy, in my opinion. I think we are going to go on the rise. I think we'll test the all-time highs, and I think we will pass them. The other piece of news I want to cover, and I talked about it in my last video, is AntShares. We have AntShares being rebranded to NEO on the 24th, so tomorrow, Monday. We will see AntShares rebranded to NEO. And I think this is great. AntShares is being touted as the Ethereum of China, and it is a coin that I'm very heavily invested in. It's actually inside of my top 5, and I love AntShares due to the fact that it is still really low in price, and I think it can do things that are even beyond what Ethereum can do. And I think the rebranding is great as a whole. Nobody wants to invest in, I'm not going to say nobody, but companies don't want to invest in a company called AntShares with a little, dude dancing around with his antennas on his head, So the NEO thing, this looks clean, this looks smooth. I like it. It looks new. It could be a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more. But anyway, good overall. So it actually, they rebranded already on Twitter. So their Twitter's been changed to Neo_blockchain. You will no longer be able to access the AntShares Twitter. And I think the rest of the stuff is going to roll out, like I said, tomorrow. So great stuff for AntShares. I think this will parlay into, well, it's already increased in price. If I cover it right here, let's search AntShares. When I released a video talking about the rebranding a day or two ago, we were down at about $7. If you had bought in, you would already have a 15% gain on the day. I think, like I said, AntShares I think is great long term. I'm not going to go too much into it. You can look at my video from yesterday if you want. I would also suggest you check the AntShares versus AntCoins video I made. It shows you how you can earn dividends on the AntShares that you own. Very important. Worth a lot of money, especially if we see AntShares increase in price to say $100 or Ethereum levels of $300-400. AntCoins is basically a dividend, and you can only get it if you store your AntShares offline in a wallet. I show you how to do all that in the AntShares versus AntCoin video. Check it out if you haven't. I think that's going to cover it for today, guys. I want to let you guys know in just another day or so, I'm going to be holding a contest. I'm going to start holding contests out here on the channel due to the massive growth I've seen. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the support. I want to start giving back to you guys in a way that basically shows you how much I care that you're supporting me. I thank each and every one of you that has subscribed to the channel. If you haven't already and you want to learn more, please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Just let other people know that it was worth watching. What that does is the way SEO works in the back on YouTube, it allows these videos to stay relevant if they're upvoted. So please give me a thumbs up. Give me any comments, feedback in the video below. I'm striving to make these videos better for you guys. Please let me know if there's something that I could cover, a topic that you're interested in. Comment, just if you have questions on the video, I'm always happy to answer. I usually respond pretty quickly. And if you'd like and you want to consider becoming a Patreon of the channel, please go over to my Patreon website listed in the description below. What that is, it's an opportunity for you to pledge money to the channel. And what I do with that money is I invest it all back into the channel. I want to help grow this and spread the knowledge to as many people as possible. This is something that I love doing and I would love to do for a living. So please consider that. Also, the Facebook group is now open if you want to get in. It is open to anybody. I opened that up because I didn't think it was right to have more than one closed channel. My Telegram chat is available for students who purchase the course. You can see it in the announcements section of the course if you purchase it and when you log in. So Thank you guys all for tuning in today. This is Cryptosomniac. Stay Cryptosomniacs yourself because the rich never sleep.